This is the Royal Financial Investment Group, and I'm Prince Dykes. As always, glad to be back with you guys. I know it's been a little while since I've done one of these commentaries in front of the camera. It took me a while to move around and have a lot of moving pieces, so bear with me. And then again, if it's your first video you're watching, my email address in case you need to contact me is Prince, P-R-I-N-C-E, at royalfinancials.com, or you can just follow me here, hit me up on YouTube, find me on the YouTube channel, inbox me there. So that's my contact information, as I always do. Jumping straight into today's topic, which is you might as well invest because you're losing anyway. Or you're losing anyway, you might as well invest. Either way, whichever way you look at it. And pretty much I'm just going to jump straight into, I'm just sharing my idea of it. Before I jump into the topic in detail, I want to say, as always, thank you for all the supporters, the subscribers, the people that like, share, comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm still going to be here. I'm always going to be here giving more information. So a little bit about myself is I'm preparing for the Series 65 here in a couple of days. So I think I'm going to be very successful on that. That's pretty much it. I have a ton of other videos. If you haven't seen the other ones, just take the time to go watch them. Very valuable. So jumping straight into the topic of why I think you should invest because you're losing anyway. The point behind it is a lot of people, the first thing we see when we think about investing is a lot of people become weary or they become scared. The first thing they say is, I don't want to lose my money. I don't know that much about it. I don't want to lose my money, or whatever. Which is true. I understand that. I don't want to lose my money. Nobody wants to lose their money. But when you look at it on a grand scale, you're losing your money anyway. So for a prime example, we can easily and gladly go into Walmart and purchase $300 worth of toys and groceries or whatever, stuff. Essentially, that's what it is, just stuff. We can easily and we're confident to go in and purchase this stuff, knowing that it's really not worth it, knowing that as soon as we get it home, we'll be disposing of it, throwing it away in 3 or 4 months. But we can do that with confidence. We can just easily walk in there and just say, hey, it doesn't matter, whatever. But if it's to go buy one share that's $60 or $80, let's say for Walmart, I think as of Friday it was trading at $84. So, but if it was to go to buy the Walmart stock, we'll be timid. We'll say, well, I don't know about that. I may lose my money. I don't want to lose my money. Well, the stuff that you just brought is a guaranteed loss. When you go into Walmart and buy a pair of flip-flops. I have one pair of flip-flops right now. I live in Hawaii, so I always wear flip-flops. Going and buy a fair pair of flip-flops from Walmart probably costs, $20 or something, right? So you buy a pair of flip-flops knowing good and well within a month or so, those flip-flops are going to be worthless. So I'm not going to be able to get $1 for them, right? Throwing them in the trash. So I'm guaranteed to lose on a bunch of stuff that I buy every day. I go into Walmart, buy stuff just like everybody else. Walmart, Target, the mall, Macy's, any other retail, company that you can think of. We confidently buy stuff that we know essentially is worthless, that we know is going to lose value over time. But if we say, well, you love Walmart, in case you haven't seen that video, we made a video shot in Atlanta. Thanks to Lee Coleman and for doing a great job on the video. Invest into the companies you love and support. It ties into that. I'm going to put that in the box below, so check that out. But we can easily, back on topic, we can easily and confidently go into a store and spend $200-300 on something that's completely worthless, and we know it's worthless. And we know that it's going to lose value, knowing that it's a loss, knowing that, hey, I go in, I buy a notebook and a computer and some speakers and some headphones and some toys and whatever. We know that in 2 or 3 months, we're going to be throwing that stuff away. We know that it's worthless. We know it. We all know it. But if we say, hey, well, you love Walmart, do you think you would buy some stock in Walmart? Oh, I don't know. That's too risky. Well, I look at it this way. Well, if you know the stuff that you're buying is losing and it's going to lose value, why are you so timid to put your money in something that has the potential? Not saying that it will, because nothing is guaranteed. We can't say anything, oh, it will do this, but something that has the potential to go up. For example, when we look at our kids, we can easily go into the store and confidently buy them 2-3 pair of shoes, that probably cost $80, $100, $200 a piece or whatever. And we can easily do that. We'll proudly do that, and we'll feel good about our kids that, hey, they had those pair of shoes. Knowing in the back of our minds, next year, those shoes are not going to be worth anything. Those shoes are a guaranteed loss. There's no way in the world you're going to be able to buy a pair of shoes and then turn around and sell them for a profit 2-3 years down the line. Now, there are some rare commodities out there, but we're speaking in general terms of tennis shoes. Same thing with the car. Let's take two people for example, right? Let's say we both have $30,000. Person A has $30,000, person B has $30,000. So person A decides, hey, I want to invest, right? I'm going to go buy an index fund. I'm going to go buy stock in Ford or General Motors or Chrysler or whatever, right? And this person B, go and buy a car. They say, hey, well, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about stocks and all that stuff like that. It's all a scam. I don't want it. I'm going to get what I know, which is a car. So that person goes out and confidently buys a car. So person, let's go 5 years down the line, 5 years down the line or 6 years down the line. Person A who brought the stock, let's say the company declined. They lost half of their money. They put in $30,000. The $30,000 is only worth $50,000, $15,000 now, right? Person B who purchased the car, they are now in the state of, hey, this car is getting old. I want to get a new one, right? So over the years, over those past 5 years, and person B, let's say he goes on and turn in his car, trade it in and get a new one. So you take it back, person B who purchased that car, did he lose? Yes. He lost everything because he bought a car that depreciated, means goes down in value over time. It went down in value. He felt good for a couple of years and riding a car or whatever, versus person A who purchased the stock. Let's say the stock did decline. He still is in front of person B because you know what? As we know, the market does this. It goes up and it goes down, and it has periods to where it goes down, then it'll come back up, right? So the person who bought the General Motors stock, let's look at, speaking of General Motors, we all knew in 2007, 2008, General Motors crashed. The auto industry, financial industry, a lot of the market crashed for the most part. So, but when the market crashed, if you just held on to it, you had the possibility of going back up. Could you just say, hey, oh yeah, my car is losing value now, but one day it's going to come back up? No, it's not going to happen. Unless you have one of those very, very rare commodities that's antique, but we know that's very rare, right? So, but I hope you catch the point that I'm saying is that, a lot of things that we're buying, we're so timid and we don't want to invest because we don't know anything about it or we're scared of it and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying just going to investing blindly, but a lot of people are not confident in doing it. And this is what I contribute to is number one, instant gratification. We love that. Hey, for example, here, this is a gift that my wife brought. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, if you didn't know. It's a little fraud with the statue, right? Hey, I give somebody $10, they gave me this. So I instantly know, hey, even though I know it's probably worth $1, but hey, I feel like I have something in my hand. I feel more confident when doing something like this versus, hey, I go online and I call an investment advisor or I call a brokerage and I buy 10 shares of Bank of America. I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. It's declining in value. I can't feel it. So I don't feel like I have anything because I can't see it. But with this, I'm confident that I brought this. I know it's worthless, but I'm confident because I can actually touch it. Instant gratification. I go into a store, I give them $200, they give me a pair of shoes. Oh, I got a pair of shoes. So now I feel like, hey, I have my money's worth. But when you get those shoes are steady declining in value over time, and they're going to decline until they're worthless. You're going to throw them in the trash or whatever. The person who invested, their stock may decline, but they have the potential of it going up. The stuff that you go out and being a consumer, that all these toys and stuff that you buy, like this t-shirt I have on, it's an Under Armour t-shirt, right? I probably paid $20, $30 for this t-shirt or whatever. What is this t-shirt worth now? $0. I maybe can get $1 for it at the Goodwill, maybe if I'm lucky, but it's worthless. So when I paid $30, it lost value over time, So, but if somebody said, hey, would you like to buy a share of Under Armour, which is only $20, $30, most people are like, well, I don't know about that. That's a little strange. I don't know about it. But I kind of want to get people in the mindset of the way they're thinking about it is screwed in a way. It's not that bad. You know, you invest every day. You invest in the companies every day. And it goes back to your upbringing. You know, as a child, if you never heard or if your parents never taught you, your parents didn't do it. So when you're doing something that's new, it seems strange. Just like, wow, I never seen that done before. Or, you know, it's like doing something completely out of the ordinary. So you may not, you know, approach it with the confidence that you would have. For a prime example, let's say a kid that grows up and their parents teaches them about investing and teaches them about it, and you know they know about gains and losses and stuff like that. They would approach investing with a different mindset and a different attitude versus a kid who never was exposed to it. A kid who never was exposed to it, they're going to be a little timid about doing something brand new. For example, if your parents were in the military, a child that grows up in that lifestyle, they're going to be more comfortable with joining the military versus a kid who don't have any family members in the military. They're going to be a little bit more timid. They still might join, but they're going to be a little bit more timid. Like, hey, I don't know what to expect. I don't know how this thing goes. So they may be a little bit more timid because they're not used to it. And a lot of people in America are not growing up in those type of households where it's being talked about money and being talked about investing. It's seen as something new. It's seen as something that's like out of the ordinary. So that's why a lot of people see it as, you know, as timid. But you know, we go out and we buy headphones and computers and laptops and t-shirts and clothes and all this other stuff with confidence. But if we say, hey, you know, instead of buying a 10 pair of Nikes, how about you get yourself 5 and put some into the Nike stock? Oh, well, I don't know about that. You know, but you know, that's the whole point of the thing. You're losing anyway, so you might as well invest. So that's the end of my coming to the end of my video. This part right here is where the real fans are. These are the real people that watch the whole video, not just a clip. I know a lot of people just read the title and just, you know, whatever, but you watched the whole video, you came this far, thank you. Leave a comment below and we'll talk, as per se. Anyway, I know I've been saying that I want to put out new videos as far as tutorials. A lot of those are coming. I just had to move. I'm just getting settled back up. So bear with me on that, but they are coming. Thank you for your continued support. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Until the next time, be safe.
Yeah.